Hey, this week I customized Raph from the 2012 series, and I'm gonna take you through every step. I already took him apart by soaking him in some boiled water. Now I'm covering everything with a thin coat of matte acrylic varnish, and that's just gonna work as my primer and help everything to stick. And I have a burnt umber, which is the darkest brown I have, and I'm going in all the cracks of his plastron there and all the little details. And then I do just the loops on the back of his belt, and I'm just going in the deep cracks on the back of his shell because I want those areas to stand out more. Also the back of his knee pads. Now I have a cinnamon brown, and I'm just kind of dry brushing while I do the whole belt, and kind of dry brush it on the other leather areas and his wraps, just to pick up all the edges and bring out all the details without having to paint them a different color. Now I'm dry brushing over his plastron and get on his pads there because I forgot to do the top, or I just wanted to get a little... Oh, now I was using raw sienna when I was doing the plastron, and then I go over all the pads and stuff with that because now the lighter color is going to pick up more edges and everything is going to pop out. Now I use a toothpick and I do some dark gray and some light gray freckles, and he doesn't have a lot of the light gray ones or the lighter colored ones, but mostly on his feet for some reason, so I did that. I have a burgundy that I'm using to paint the, I guess, wraps on his sword, or just the handle of his sword. Yeah, I just do 2 quick thin coats. I want to do as thin as I can on the weapon so that it'll be able to get them into his hands. And there are 2 little straps on the belt I did with the same burgundy. Now I have leaf green, and this is the same green that I used on Mikey, but because Raph's so dark and Mikey was so light, they're gonna come totally different colors. And I'm just dry brushing it on. It's all dry brushing today, and it's a really kind of simple and easy technique to learn. It's just get a little bit on the brush and then spread it out as far as you can, so it's going to stay mostly on the edges and the raised areas, and any cracks or details are going to pick it up as well. And I forgot to do his side shell, so I have a daffodil yellow, and I'm also dry brushing that onto the back of his shell because I already like the color of his shell, but you see how much detail, just a little bit, tiny bit of that daffodil yellow dry brushed on his shell, it brought out all details. Now I'm dry brushing daffodil yellow again on his plastron or chest, and this is a brighter yellow. It's a medium yellow. I use a toothpick to get in all the tiny diamonds in the handle and then paint the butt of the sides. And I have gold now just for the 4 rivets on each side of the belt. Now it's already time to glue them back together, so just a little super glue, and I put that back together. I forgot to paint this with the raw sienna, so I do that now, but that's not a problem. It's just a little bit of paint there, and I glue down the belt. I glue the one side, then I glue the other side to that side. And now it's time to cover everything with a thin layer of the matte acrylic varnish, and that's going to seal everything up so nothing scratches or gets scuffed or smudged. And when I finally put the sai in, I'm really careful to use one hand to hold his fingers open and push it gently in with the other hand. Otherwise, that's a really easy way it's going to scratch up the weapons. And I didn't put any paint on the inside of his hands, so that's going to leave more space for the weapon. So that's how I did that. I'm going to have all my wraps coming up soon, and next week is Shredder. So until then, remember, always keep your head up. Peace.